Good morning. So, yesterday I smoked some Mary Jane and we kind of ran out. And it wasn't very strong either, so my dreams, I can remember them still. And I guess it's because I've been making a habit of remembering them. So, I know I dreamt more than this and I can't recall all of it, but what I recall, it was pretty involved. And early in the dream, it was like me and a handful of other people, maybe 2 or 3 other folks. We had a mission, and during the mission, I got a message, a secret message that said one person was here to protect so and so, and then I was here to protect another so and so. And the mission kind of failed, and I can't really tell you many details because it's so early in the dream. But we regrouped, and it was somehow revealed that some of these people weren't human. And one guy, he was a doctor. He looked like anyone else, and he was a doctor, he dealt with children who, it was so touching, like in such an emotional way, that he was dealing with these children who had maybe like bone disorders, a pediatric bone doctor or something like that, I don't know. But he was from somewhere else, and he was a good guy. And it turns out my other buddy, he reminds me of my friend I'm not friends with anymore, who's from Chicago. And so this guy was real tall and had a real big head and like kind of dirty blonde hair and a big beard. And turns out he was an alien, and he had eyes in the back of his head. And I got to see pictures of it, but he wouldn't show, he couldn't show it to us, but I got to see pictures. And that's all I remember about that dream, really. It might have all been one big dream, but there was a big hotel, a gigantic multi-story thing, and I was on the 3rd floor, but my room number was 111. And I remember going down the stairs, counterclockwise, spiral, red carpet, and there was a lot of open air, in this building, in the lobby, going up a few flights. And I go outside, and we're able to swim. There's this, it kind of looks man-made. I don't know how to tell you any other way, but there were walls, and there was a place to swim like it was the ocean. It was real pretty and clean. Lots of people and children and all. And of course I got in the water and really enjoyed swimming. I love swimming. I think I deserve to swim every day and feel amazing. But my childhood friend Sydney was there. I haven't spoken with her in years either. And they were like, stay away from the planets. So this wall had this depiction of the planets on it. And after that, I think a strong wind came, and I left my shoes, and then I had to go back down and get them. And I woke up with a song in my head about water, and I don't remember now. It was a song about I had it and then I lost it. I was going to share it with you, but yeah, I woke up with a song in my head. So today, I believe, is the last day of August, and it's Tuesday morning, and we don't have seemingly ever. We never have gas, so what we're going to do today is take the truck down to Dolores and get some tap water and more. Maybe just tap water. I don't think we can afford anything else. And we're going to spend all day there and away from the flies and the insanity here. And we're going to spend one more night here and pack up and go in the morning. So that'll be day 14. Night 14 would be spending the night here. So, I can't say that it was a bad dream. Oh, I remember flying as well. The alien dudes, they were like, "You can fly?" And I'm like, "I can fly. I think I'm the only human who can fly." And then I'm like hovering around because I'm kind of lucid. So it wasn't a bad dream. No, there was no violence really. There's just a little bit of sadness. So I'm guessing me recalling them makes them stronger. It's all a mishmash of what I've been absorbing lately. I'm kind of random like anybody else, you know. It doesn't hold a lot of meaning for me. So, yeah, back to reality. I'm going to be finishing that search for these wonders that are already shaped and try to form a second or third quote before we compare. Yesterday didn't go very far. I looked on the internet and sent my information out and got a phone call. This dude was like, "How can I help you?" And I'm like, "I need this, that, and the other." He's like, "We do houses, we don't do RVs." It was a waste of time. It's a huge bummer, but yep, gonna make a budget. Have a tactic for when we're actually spending the money. It'll be write it all down, calculate this percentage so far, the remaining percentage of funds, and I'll budget what I can on things we're gonna spend money on no matter what. Like, I think it's $90 a month for dog food. 3 dogs. Yeah, Friday I sent out all this. What? I sent out all these voicemails Friday afternoon to ask for help with this issue I'm trying to resolve. And Monday morning at 9:30, Annie at St. Barnabas called back and asked how that was coming, and she's real nice talking to me about making sure it gets solved. And the church can't help entirely, but maybe they can. She and a couple individuals can help some. Maybe we can afford some, and somebody else can afford some, but yeah, what a headache. And anyway, I'm gonna call her tomorrow. I thought we were moving today and I'd have more time tomorrow, but I'll do what I can today and definitely call her tomorrow before noon, because she's off work at noon. So yeah, if we had gas, we'd be going into Cortez and getting more food to eat from there today. They have this sack lunch. I feed folks in the community, and there's even this nice guy who comes and picks up the rest when they're done and hands it out to the folks kind of laid out in the park. We hung out with this guy who's Tim's friend over on Saturday, and he was talking about the county jail here is full of natives, and he's the only Mexican, and it's not right. He said they keep coming back. That's recidivism, I think is the word. And to me it indicates the lack of support we have for mental health and recovery from addiction. Lack of support. And Timbo, years ago when I met him, he wanted to help these folks, like, that are on some sort of drug, one thing or the other, like, instead of totally rehabbing them, first give them shelter and let them be safe with it, and then give them the option to rehab, like a non-profit thing. I think that's a great idea, because you're not them, and those are their choices, and they may be trying to kill themselves and everything, but you gotta be compassionate and not ignore them, and not turn a blind eye. So I know my future has something to do with nonprofit. Maybe nonprofit housing. There's gonna be a lot of housing issues in the future. My buddy White Wolf, he messaged me and said he's got a home still, so 16 years to the day since Katrina struck. How? So glad he had somewhere to go back to. So he has this altar, because he's a real spiritual dude and was offering prayer and offerings of gratitude. So, yeah, gonna get my regular clothes on. I washed this yesterday. It looked real blue when I was done. And get my regular clothes on, put my smile on, and ask these people what's up again today. And also, in other news, y'all, thank you, Miss. Thank you, Miss First Donor, on my GoFundMe project to release us from poverty. $20. It will go probably to the windows. I've listed $4,000 because I think that will cover the cost of refurbishing our fifth wheel. Or like get another one that has the stuff in it. This is pretty much gutted, even has fire damage a little bit. So, thrill of living. I remember my dream. I saw my friend too, another friend, in the water. I miss this person, and I wish to talk to him, and he, if I dream about people like that, I think they're probably actually doing okay, if they're doing okay in my dream. He was in the ocean. I don't dream about swimming very often anymore, but it's always a good dream to sleep. Swim. I'm rambling. Okay. I don't know when to quit. That's the thing.